ridiculous. Just to shave it off, it was like -20 and freezing cold shave there. And then we got to the event, and they had like wrestling going on, and Miss Norway, former Miss Norway, basically doing a
good picture
show where they started off with jackets and hats on, and they got down to bikinis, which was,
getting naked backstage as well. That was nice.
And then Sven Carlson, who was the former world's strongest man, and his bunch of big meaty friends, smashing blocks up and carrying tires around. I really.
It was the commentating inside the wrestling ring that got me. that was weird.
Inside a wrestling ring, and the wrestlers got pissed at us because they were like, "Oh my God,
they're in our ring."
In our ring. So.
Anyway, back to League of Legends. So yes, Wizards versus SK. As you can see, Wizards are on the blue team, and on your screens will be SK as the purple team. Although we're using spectator mode, so it doesn't really matter which side you're viewing it from. Whether we'll see a level 1 fight is a doubt. He's got the fancy Jack skin, hasn't he? In fact, they've all gone with the fancy skins. I did see Rumble on the fancy skin again. Yes, he is. Did they see each other? I think they may have just been. I'm thinking they may have just been quite slightly out of fact. Let's have a look at. Yeah, I think they'd have just missed each other. If I just drop the spectator veil, you can see you can't quite see, and they both went diagonal from one another. They've all been happy buying the skins. You can see. Look, Barbecue. Oh, Exterminal. We're putting his Frostbolt in there. Clairvoyance has gone down, so they can see them all there. Wicked needs to be careful. Just comes straight across, but I don't think they're going to do anything. Looking at their item builds, if you can just tab on the screen, you can see pretty much the general standard stuff from the teams as you expect. And Amumu jungle with the regrowth pendant starting to become a bit of a standard actually for some of the top teams, whereas most people used to start with armor and 5 health pots. It's become almost a standard thing for regrowth pendant and a health pot these days. So it looks like they're just going to be protecting the junglers. And you can see that Jax and Aranyi and Hein is Amumu and Jax are going to go and start at the Wolves. By the looks of it, Nunu's doing exactly the same thing on the other end. So, looks like the lanes are going to line up Janna and Vayne versus Caitlyn and Soraka, as kind of expected. Looks like it is going to be Jarvan going top. Yes, he's got teleport, so Wicked on Jarvan up the top. So instead of jungling on Jarvan, we're going to have Hein, I guess, is going to be up top. So it's going to be, Jax versus Jarvan up top. Interesting. And, of course, Rumble versus Anivia in mid. But, Joe, that's pretty much the lineup and the usual first 2 minutes of slowness.
Yes, certainly. I think that's what we're going to be seeing here. Both teams very, very wary. Want to get off to a good start. It is a best of 3, so as I like to say, which this phrase is trademarked by now, I think. A best of 3. It's not a sprint, guys. It's a marathon. Both teams are going to be taking this first match, with utter kind of care. We are going to see Aranyi start to work his way in. He's actually got in behind Wicked as well. That's good positioning. And Wicked decides he's going to flash in there. Ooh. And we do get the ignite onto Wicked as well, but I'm not sure that he's going to die. Yes, he is going to die. Aranyi will get away just about there, managing to hold off. Obviously, that will be first blood going over to Hein. So another great start coming out from Wizards, as we saw in their game against Millennium. Let's see if Wet Dream is able to catch up with Aranyi. I'm not sure that he will, but he's going to go and push in actually onto Hein. Not sure how much damage he'll be able to do before Hein retreats behind towards that turret. Aranyi taking a little bit more just at the end there. Down at the bottom there, we have Candy Panda, who is playing Caitlyn, and we saw him on Caitlyn yesterday in the first game against I can't remember, but he played an amazing Caitlyn game. And then in the second game, he switched off to Tristana. I can't remember who they were playing in that one. But he had a really great one anyway. So looking forward to seeing some more great action from Candy Panda. Up at the top, Wicked is back in lane. And actually, he messaged me yesterday on IRC and said, "How did you think I played today?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you played awesome as per usual. Can you have a bad game, please, so that I can say you're not playing as good?"
You off, yeah. It was against Millennium, actually, because we only saw SK once yesterday. But, having another go up top there. Interestingly, when Amumu came round, I was quite surprised. He actually went for Bandage Toss at level 2. He was only level 2 when he got up there. You normally go for Tantrum early on. He's going to have another go at Ocelot this time. And nice wall as well. Just going to be able to get around it, though. But yeah, so a definite choice from Irelia there to make sure he's going to make that gank count, because if he didn't, it would have kind of screwed up his jungling. But meanwhile, you can see continually pushing on Jax up the top there, looking down the bottom. It's pretty much business as usual. Candy Panda harassing the hell out of Vayne. Let's have a look at the CS, see if they're going to have any issues. He needs to be careful. Nice bandage toss, catching on towards Candy Panda there. He's going to get the tiny CS going. He hasn't got Tantrum, remember, he's still only level 2. He has going to have bandage toss. Will it come up in time for another toss? That's the question. Vayne really wasn't in there at all, so I think if Vayne had have got a little bit closer, they could have probably maybe got the kill on him there. Let's have a look at the CS, which is what I was about to do. 21 to 23, so pretty even. And you can see that Wet Dream just coming down to have another look. I'm just kind of try and keep my eye on what is going on at the top, because the problem when you got these two melees like this, especially with Jarvan and Jax, they're both practically on top of each other, just like with Lane yesterday. So living on top of each other, and it looks like Wet Dream's going to back away. There is no Wraiths there to go, so he's going to come around the backside of Extermin. Extermin already backing off there, so nothing coming of it, Joe. So 5 minutes 21 gone, and just that first blood, and it actually went to Jax as well. It's, I think the Ignite tick finished him off, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the Ignite that finished it off, and yeah, Hein it was who got that one. So with Irelia picking up the assist. Down on the bottom, we are going to see the bandage shots coming in. Candy Panda surely in trouble. He will flash away, tries to net himself out of there, and that probably saved his life. We saw Babetta actually flash in as well aggressively, which was kind of a blown flash there. I mean, it wasn't really all that effective in its positioning and what have you.
Yeah, the top is very low actually. Hein just on 170 hit points, so he's also had a good poke at him again. He's got to be very careful of that Dragon Strike, exactly what Wicked just tried to aim at him there. He's going to have to back away, he's got no minions there, but obviously he's probably using that 6-second passive that he has on Jarvan to just walk in, get a smack on Jarvan, Jax, sorry, every time he comes out, and then walk straight back out again, or just maybe Dragon Striking him down. Candy Panda down the bottom, continuing to harass, not so much using the passive, just shooting, just basically shooting, and that Piltover once again going straight over Barbecue's head. So he's being harassed. You can see at the top there, they are coming around the backside. There's Ocelot with the ulti going straight across him. Barbecue does go down. It looks like Babetta is going to go down as well. Very nice gank there, all 4 of them coming down. Candy Panda there, and they are surely going to take the tower down here. Ocelot gets a quick heal from Soraka. You can see that Anivia coming down on the map, but I think they're going to maybe take this down. Oh, they can see him because the ward's there, luckily putting the wall down, and he's going to back away. But that's actually prevented them getting that tower, so bit of plus and minus, but nice gank there from SK. So 2-1, and evening things back up.
Yeah, and the good thing for SK is it is Caitlyn, Candy Panda, of course, who picked up both of those kills. So, now, very dangerous position to let Candy Panda get into, you know, when he gets confident, and obviously when he gets that little bit nicely fed as well. Hein is now back in lane. The Ninja Tabi boots are finished. Obviously, Doran's blade in there, as well as a couple of pots and a ward as well. So, nothing really to write home about. Caitlyn has gone home, so let's check her items. Second Doran's blade, and we will see Berserker's Greaves being picked up, plus the Vampiric Scepter as well. So already building up quite nicely here is Caitlyn after those 2 kills, and that's going to give her a quite distinct advantage over Barbecue.
Yeah, meanwhile at the top, Wicked is up against Jax. Jax, who's already hit 6 now, got Ninja Tabi, so he's going to be dodging a lot of the damage that Wicked could put down him in the first 6 levels, so he's going to be or at least trying to dodge it, hoping that the proc counts. So look down the bottom though, Janna is being chased, Babetta there, he's going to get certainly picked off there. Ocelot managing to cut him down, and the usual case of just placing a ward at Dragon and getting picked off nicely there. So Ocelot's managing to get around the map quite quickly here, picked up a Haunting Gaze along with the basic level 1 boots. Have a quick look at Anivia. Anivia is actually porting back, is going to buy a Catalyst to Protector, so he's getting straight on that. Had got blue buff as well. Didn't see whether he just picked it up or whether he'd taken it from Amumu a second ago. Meanwhile, Amumu's still at level 5. Let's have a look at the opposition jungler, and he is also 5, so he's but he's got blue on, and looks like he's going towards top, but Clairvoyance has just spotted him, so I guess Hein will back away top. Yes, he will do. So all square once again. 3-1 now, SK. With that slight advantage. Remember, that bottom tower is pretty low as well, so I expect that to be the first one going down.
Yeah, and Candy Panda He's not scared there, just really pushing onto the boundaries of where that tower can hit him from. And for you guys that were having some problems with Premium earlier and you're watching the free stream now, Premium should be working. I've got a big fat message on my notepad here on the left that says Premium is now working, so you should go refresh your page there, 5 it up, and get yourself onto the Premium stream if you are a subscriber. So, anyway, back into the game. Let's have a look quickly at the CS. Particularly interested in this bottom lane. 67 for Caitlyn and 49 for Vayne. So it's not that big of a difference, to be honest, considering the fact that Candy Panda did manage to get that pair of kills in there. We may see a bit of action here between Irelia and Wet Dream. Wet Dream just backing himself out of that one. And actually, they're going to move in here, and this could be dangerous. Extermin caught completely out of position. Bandage toss comes in onto Wicked, and that's a nice wall, but I think Nunua is going to be able to finish this one off. Actually, will flash in there to finish it, and will get the kill, but the problem is, can he finish off the egg? And that's the real problem, where they've not got much damage in there. It will kill Irelia. It looks like Extermin, who was kind of the first one to go down. But I feel sorry for Irelia in that situation, because all he wanted to do was save his teammate, and Anivia's like, what up, I'm trolling you with my egg, and you're dead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we didn't get the lag actually. We saw the lag bug. That was what, you know, yesterday we had the game. It was that lag bug that sometimes happens when
when Anivia gets hacked.
Yeah, that's it. We didn't see it this time. So I think it's only on First Blood, isn't it, when it happens, or something crazy like that. But anyway, Barbecue's going to have to port back again. And like you say, so it's nice play, and another teleport used there by Wicked, which is what made him come down and get it. Looking at Jax, he's got a fair bit of hit points now. Yeah, he's got a triple Doran Ninja Tabby, which he had earlier. You can see him laying down some smack on Wicked there. Backs away from the tower, and there's a lot of CS there for him. Look, just trolling him, jumping back on him. But that bottom tower is almost certainly going to go. Well, if Candy Panda wants it to go, that is. Instead, he's more interested in picking up the CS. Will take the tower down if finishes it off. So I said at the start, I was like, Sona banned. I was like, are they that scared of Nif's Sona? And Candy Panda said no, I was going to play him AD. So trollolol, I believe. Then Ocelot came in with I was going to do AP Sona, but yeah, so interesting ban. Don't know how it works, and they allowed Rumble in. So at the moment it's not working out too well. Rumble's 1-0-3, so it's not like anything to write home about. CS wise, top lane, mid lane are both pretty much identical. There really is the difference is that bottom lane, which the kills two for Caitlyn, and around about 30 CS as well as you'd expect. I just saw, I think, a flash wasted there. Was it Ocelot flashed away from the bandage toss? I just came away from it. I think Ocelot just used a flash there to get away from Irelia.
Well, Ocelot, picking up the Haunting guys a little bit earlier on. Merc Treads are finished, and he is level 9. Extermin also level 9 there, and there's a couple of pings going off. They know where Irelia is. Is it a ward? Ah, yeah, here in this bush just by the lizard buff. So they've got a decent amount of forward ward placing. Actually, Wizards don't have. Oh, okay, there's the one ward. There's one in the back of Dragon as well. So they were tucked away in those defensive positions. Irelia just doing that lizard buff. We'll see if he actually takes it, or whether Vayne comes in maybe to just pick that one up to give him that little bit more of a push later on. Ocelot in middle just taking some damage as well. Extermin, of course, who did get egged earlier on. Well, that'll be something he needs to be a little bit careful of. And it will be Vayne to take the red buff for Wizards. So here we go, a bit more action maybe in and around this middle area. It's Nunu versus Jax, a long fight, that's for sure, if nothing else. And actually, Wet Dream is hanging around there. Wicked's going to come in there as well. Hind needs to be careful. Oh, and he flashes out of range there of the Nunu ulti. Great move. We are going to see the ulti from Ocelot. Oh, they've let Hind get away. They were very scared there about what was possibly going to happen. And actually, we get the Amumu ulti coming out as well. Ocelot is low. He's got actually, he's got the, god damn it, what's the name of it?
It doesn't matter, it's all kicking off.
Hind's going to go down, surely. Oh, Janna ulti again, managing to keep him alive. What? I don't know why I can't remember the name.
Whose name what?
Of Ignite. What the hell?
One of them days. It's all about breaking into the office was completely put you off. So Dragon being pulled as well by SK, so immediately returning with that, and Babetta's going to try and steal it if he can with the Howling Gale. Pops the Howling Gale off. Will he be able to get it in time? Nearly, not a bad effort. And He's going to back away. So SK in control now, 5-1 up. And those kills working out well. Nif managing to get up in time to get those heals and really turn the fight from the 3v3 to a 4v3. And they actually only got 1 kill out of it. You know, Jack's got away with about 100 health. I think Extermin was also there, very low health. Or was it Randy? I can't remember which one died. One of them were both very low. So let's have a quick look at the items they've bought. Hein has got himself a pickaxe, possibly going to build up Ginsu. Not too sure on the Jack's builds these days. He tends to change, his build tends to change quickly from week to week. Caitlyn got that BF sword already. Looking at Vayne, Vayne has not got it yet, and Vayne's returned to lane, so obviously Vayne is 2 kills behind. And around about 40 CS, so that's quite a lot of gold, which is why Candy Panda can just zone him out, completely bully him out of lane down there. Misses the pilt over, but it doesn't matter because he's zoning him out of the experience. Maybe just got that last one at the end there, but he's keeping him away from it. Still both the same level, and also popping down a quick trap there. Let's have a look in mid. Ocelot is got himself a Giant's Belt, so plenty of health there now, going towards probably a Rylas. And a blasting ward, a nice ulti usage along with a quick blast there onto Ocelot. And the ping's going, I think it was onto Wicked there. Wicked and Jax, it's just like a never-ending duel at the top there. Really neat. Both of them have got a lot of hit points, 1600 versus 1800. Jax actually with the more hit points, and his dodge is helping him at the moment because he's got a few more damage, a lot more damage items in fact. And with the dodge, it looks like Wet Dream is going to come up there. Are they going to be able to get him down? They both went for the slow at the same time. Wet Dream will pop his ulti, but it's not going to land, and Hein just walks away from that one quite easily with a good 1000 hit points as well. So no problems for Hein now, but looks like SK going to come and maybe have a little push on the mid. They're coming down to try and they're just going to cover off Candy Panda. Candy Panda is happily farming down the bottom there, and Barbecue's going to go by. So will he get a BF sword? Yes, he will.
Yep. Yeah, finally there, and actually Candy Panda has already got Bloodthirster, so that kind of shows you how far Vayne is behind at this stage. Let's quickly look up at top for the never-ending story, which is Wicked and Hein chipping away on each other, getting a bit of a change. And yeah, we are seeing the push coming in. Babetta will come around the side. Candy Panda in trouble. Exhaust is put out onto him. And actually, I think Candy Panda is going to go down. There was the ulti used from Janna. It's knocked Candy Panda away. Surely Barbecue can get into him there. Both players using flashes, and it is Barbecue to pick up the kill. The question is now, can Ocelot do himself some damage, or are they going to play it safe? They are going to play it safe and push away from that one. And it was nicely done from Babetta in the first place to come in there. The ulti use, I mean, it kept Soraka away to prevent those heals coming in, but it actually almost saved Candy Panda at the same time.
Well, the problem is Caitlyn had just Candy Panda had just trapped the bush and then got too aggressive on Vayne, and then so we saw Janna walk into the trap and then didn't actually. It was like, oh Christ, I've been caught out of position. And obviously Janna putting this nice Howling Gale through and then landing the slow on him, which has completely kept him down. Obviously once Vayne's on you. Meanwhile at the top there, Wet Dream is just going to get caught down in the mid there, so nicely done again. So Wizards are slowly pulling themselves back into this on 5-3 now, getting the last 2 kills. So SK needs to be careful they don't get too overconfident, which is exactly what Candy Panda was down the bottom. He just overstretched it, maybe just too confident, but Randy, his ulti used there from Ocelot, trying to keep him away from tower. And well, it's down to 1400 hit points, and yeah, it's not a bad little nick of damage they just did on it. Meanwhile, down the bottom tower, yeah, they've took that down to about half, and Jax is going to have a good run on this tower up here, because Wicked's some way off, so he's going to take a good strip half hit points off that, because you can't leave Jax on a tower unattended, because he will do a lot of damage. Instead, he's going to go for the minion, so going to pick up that CS and get the hell out of there. So good another knock on the tower there. So SK got to be careful here. They're not in control yet. They were starting to push it, but Wet Dream's going to come down, have a go at Exterminate's going to get away from that one, no problem. And things reset. Let's have a look around. Dragon was on, I didn't see what time it was, and I don't know what time it's going to respawn. Maybe you do down to the bottom there, but it's Candy Panda again. He's being targeted. Barbecue's on him. I think he's going to go down. Oh, they ports in. Wicked ports in on towards The ward actually ulted straight onto Rani, and Barbecue needs to be careful, going to come around the side there. Rani's in trouble, almost certainly going to go down to Wicked with the Dragon Strike there. Barbecue also in the bush, he's going to get picked off. Nicely played from SK there, from a dangerous position to suddenly picking up their double kill. And is it about the time that Dragon's spawning? Because they seem to all be in the right position.
Dragon is 1950, so
okay,
a minute
another
still.
minute,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Hein is pushing these towers like a madman. He's hit the middle tower down to, well, pretty much nothing. What's he got left? 340 HP left on that middle turret. But the problem now for Wizards is that SK are all grouped together there. They need to be careful with Jax jumping in onto one of them. Obviously, this ulti from Anivia is really going to help things out. And there is Jax jumping in just for the extra hits. Nif is not all that healthy, but the damage from Candy Panda should keep them back. There goes the ultimate out from Rumble, which looks not quite as scary anymore when it's got pineapples in it, I have to admit, with that skin. It looks kind of friendly and tropical. But yeah, some nice damage, and again, really great CC that he's got with that ulti, because they're not going to step into it, and they can't defend their turret when they're out of range.
Yeah, so SK at the moment back in control, as it were. The Dragon does spawn now, and they will almost certainly try and pick it up. Will Arani, I wouldn't have thought he's going to dive in to smite it just to steal a dragon. That's kind of like suicide. And I don't think, yeah. Ooh, but better getting the scope on him there, blocking it. Arani there, nicely done. So they pick up the second dragon, and 7-3 up in kills. They are 2-0 up in towers. So really doing very nicely here, SK. And Wizards need to step it up and pull back together. They've been a little unlucky with some of the ganks they've tried, but it's not quite working out for them. Let's have a look at item builds and CS. So we've pretty much moved out of lane phase, and mid-wise is pretty even, it has to be said. Anivia versus Rumble, that's fairly close, just 10 between them, 127, 116. Jax and Wicked up top. Jarvan, 140 for Jax, 108 for Jarvan, but Jarvan has been jumping around the map a bit, teleporting here, there and everywhere, so he's got himself a Warmogs actually on Jarvan now.
Oh, bottom.
Oh, let's have a quick look. Yeah, meanwhile, Candy Panda is certainly going to go down there. Nifish doing his best to keep him alive, and he almost did it. But Barbecue's ulti just about picked him off, and Nif gets away with absolutely nothing. The wall just about dodging him, but Arani does get taken down in the mid there by Ocelot. While that's all happening, you can see Jax is coming down towards Ocelot. Ocelot needs to be careful. He's going to coming from top and bottom. They're going to both dive into him, but Wet Dream is there to help support him. Jumps on him, gets a stun on him, manages to counter strike, but didn't keep him in place for long enough, and they're going to continue to chase. Extermin really is the target they want. He has got Rebirth up though, so that that mid tower, sorry, only on 340. Top tower, Wicked's got a bit of free reign to it there, but like I said, he's got that Warmog, so he's not got a great deal of damage to do to it, and Jax is going to come behind him.
Yep, and Jax, we'll see if he can take enough health away from Wicked here to force him a little bit out of that lane. As you can see, the shield comes in onto Wicked, and he's not too displeased with that one, and just even gets the smack off onto Hein as he's starting to run back into position.
Mid.
Yeah, it's all kicking off in middle as well. We'll actually see the flash in there. Wet Dream will flash away. Nif needs to get out of that dangerous position. He's not good at the front there with Soraka, and he does decide to get back. SK aren't going to follow that one up, and Wizards have backed off as well in towards the jungle. They're not going to stand around. Obviously, this middle tower is down. We are seeing Barbecue pushing the lower lane as well. He does have a decent stack of minions, but decides in the end not to go for it. And up at the top, Hein just clearing out a little bit as well. So, you know, this, as you mentioned, we're pretty much out of this lane phase with that first tower being down in middle and in bottom for SK, and they've not lost a single one themselves so far. Candy Panda is going to continue to farm like a madman, and actually has built Sword of the Divine.
Yeah, I think this is actually going to become fairly equal once they actually pull together as a team. I don't think we've seen a full team fight or anywhere near a team fight yet. But Wizards are still fairly strong here. SK are not by any means, and Candy Panda's got to be careful, doesn't get caught out again. Barbecue going to come down here, pops the ulti, does manage to get a shot on him back. She switches up to Nif there, beautifully done, pins him on the wall. A Howling Gale comes through, and that's going to be Nif going down very easily to Barbecue there. So again, another kill given to Vayne. They've got to be careful here, because Vayne's up to 3-2-0 now, so 3 kills in the last probably about 5-10 minutes maybe, and that bottom turret almost certainly going to go down. Meanwhile, they're chasing Extermin in the middle. There puts a nice wall up and says, no, not today, thanks. I'm not buying. And looking at Hind at the top, he's actually completed it into a Hextech Gunblade on Jax, so I wasn't sure what he was going to complete it into, and that's what it is. So he's got quite a bit of damage on Jax there. 2,300 hit points to go with it, 2,900 for Wicked with that Warmog, so it's really a slugfest in the mid there. Bottom turret does go down, and now I think it's pretty much all square. 5-8 the kills, but the Wizards are definitely clawing the way back into this one. SK yet to really pull together as a team and to say, okay guys, we're going to push a XYZ lane, because Wicked is just having so many problems. He can't lead this lane because every time he does, Hind's there on his tower.
Yeah, having some real trouble actually with Hind, who, as you mentioned before, has built up the Hextech Gunblade as well. So he's just going to become very, very annoying with that extra burst of damage as well that he can put in there. And it's always annoying to play against a Jax who has got into a good position from the early game, jumping in there constantly onto you, and as you see, jumping away as well, which is always even more annoying when you're chasing him. We're seeing Extermin having a bit of pressure put down onto him. We'll get a big hit off onto Nunu. Surely is going to go down, and look, it's Vayne again who is going to pick up those kills. And Irelia flashes over the top. Ult is in. Surely Ocelot is a dead man. He's flashed over there. Oh, and the wall from Extermin blocks his team off. That could have just saved the life of Ocelot and Candy Panda. Wicked is there as well. They're wondering what the next target's going to be. Are they going to dive in onto Wicked? He's pretty beefy. They're probably better off just focusing this tower first, and that's what they're going to do. Turret is going to fall, and now let's see. Here we go. Good bandage toss in again onto Candy Panda. The jump from Jax not quite perfect. We see the ulti from Rumble as well, and we do see Irelia go down. And again, I'm not keen on the walls that we're seeing from Extermin. He's kind of saving his opponents twice there out of 2 walls.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You can either be a hero boss. Oh, Wicked just teleported down towards blue golem there. He's going to catch Babetta as soon as he comes down there. Nicely pops the slow to start with. Then going to throw the banner down. Dragon Strike through, but no! The Howling Gale comes through, pops him in the air and backs away. So he's going to pick up the red, nevertheless. And everybody else is getting out of there. But teleport used there by Wicked and didn't manage to get a kill from it. So the rest of his team were coming down to help him. He's picked up Ninja Tabbies as well. So both Ninja Tabbies on Jarvan and Jax. But yeah, nicely done. Crazy fights. But yeah, like I was saying, the wall, it's one of those things where, you know, you can be like a complete hero. Like, yeah, you block them all in, or you cut someone off, or you just miss it. You just mistime it by a fraction of a second. You're like, oh, you idiot. It's just, it's very harsh.
Your team are right. They're playing at LAN, of course, which is now, you can just imagine looking along the side.
Him on the back of the head.
On the end and just like, mate.
Oh, Nif's in trouble here. Vayne's managed to lock on him. Does manage to have to flash away, but that's going to be the dragon given to Wizards, or will it be? Yes, it will be. Nif comes back, defiantly puts a ward down, and that's going to get taken down straight away by an Oracle up for better, and that will be the dragon. And tried to steal it. I didn't see whether he got the gold or not. I'm at 490, so wasn't actually looking at what goal was at before that happened. But meanwhile, Candy Panda is going to take the top inner turret, so nicely done. So split pushing, despite the fact losing a dragon. I think I'd take an inner turret for a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, 40 gold difference plus the turret's down. I think it's worth it as well, to be honest. Considering the fact that SK, that gives them back the turret advantage now. Because there was, 1, 2, 3 gone before, and 2 for them. Okay, so they still had the advantage, but still. Yeah, I think it's worth it, definitely, for what they've put off there. And we saw, actually, Candy Panda doing this in the game that we saw him yesterday, and did it against Millennium. Yeah, that's the one. We're just seeing Candy Panda pick up a Catalyst Protector, but he was pushing a lot, and we are seeing Wicked, and there's the wall. This time it's good, but I think Wicked can get away from it. That's interesting that they didn't maybe chase there. That turret has 1 hit from Barbecue left on it, so they decide not to push straight in after that one, but they will take this turret down right now. Will they follow it through and go in for Ocelot? No, they won't. They're going to back away from that one. Wisely done. There are 3 now from SK stacked up there. Barbecue just coming down from that southern river. Will he go down farm at bottom, or is he just going to wait around in the bush? There is a ward there, so SK know exactly what Wizards are going to do if they push in that little bit further, which of course they decide not to do. And we'll see Wet Dream just continuing to pick up some race. Red buff not quite up there yet. And Candy Panda's going to go farm up at this top. As I mentioned, she picked up Bloodthirster earlier. The Catalyst Protector was what she bought last time, and sort of the Divine from earlier. In the meanwhile, Vayne has built up Zeal, so going Phantom Dancer direction there. For that extra attack speed. So now Vayne is going to start to get very, very scary. I mean, managed to bring her kills now to 4-0 from a position where it looked like Candy Panda was coming out way on top. So credit where credit's due. Great play so far from Barbecue on Vayne.
Yeah, I think obviously Candy Panda building up a Banshee's Veil there. I guess it's whether it's just deal with Anivia, sorry, but I think it's probably more Jax pouncing on his head more than anything that's have they got the tank on with them? They don't, so I don't think they're going to really get much damage on there. Randy just about missing it. Does flash in though, pops his ulti. Doesn't really much come from it though. Rumble puts his ulti down immediately in response to his pineapples. Extermin has been trapped there. The sniper is going to come through. Oh, that was nasty. Wicked used his ulti there, and actually when he flashed, he followed through. That's a bad bit of play. Well, it's not his fault really. It just happens. Restaurant is going to get picked off there. Wet Dream, will he go down? He's just about hanging on with absolutely nothing. 9 hit points there. Candy Panda on 73, 35, but 9 hit points. Wet Dream is going to get away with that. Ocelot is also going to get taken down by Vayne here. Vayne is taking no mercy. He's going to pick off Ocelot. He's going to have to back away though. Nif just about hanging on, and Wet Dream surviving on 9 hit points. They immediately switch. I think they're going to go for Baron here. Yes, they will do. So immediate switch straight for Baron. Yeah, look at the level difference. Aranya on 11, but Hein and Jackson Extermin on 16 and 17. Big difference. Nifty's going to come around the side, maybe try and get a steal.
I'm with your awesome damage.
This would be the most awesome steal if he gets it. Oh, okay, he's backed away. He didn't really want to risk Aranya throwing a bandage toss through, but so very nicely done. And wow, so Wizards now turning it around. 9-8, still the deficit in score. Pretty even on towers now. It's just one between them. I think there's just SK got that one inner turret, but now picking up Baron will level up the gold, certainly towards those 2 initial dragons they've lost. I think it's 2-1 in dragon scores, so yeah, so they are probably ahead in gold now. Yeah,
and we're seeing Nif again, just kind of scouting out, probably going to be dropping some wards here. He does have some wards in his bag. There we go, puts it down. And we've seen so often those support players being caught out. I was just putting down a ward, guys. Come on, don't flame me for getting caught out and, you know, giving a kill away. But we may see the push now from Wizards. 5 up middle. Phantom Dancer is complete on Barbecue. Obviously playing Vayne. So quick, lots of damage, and just all around very, very strong here is Barbecue going to be going forward. His score is currently 4-2. Here we go. Pushing in onto this turret, which won't take much time at all. Between Jax and Vayne, those turrets are very, very quickly taken out. And they may just try and go straight through for this one. Let's see. We do see the wall out for Anivia, but Wizards are going to back away and maybe take a bit of a look through the jungle, see if they can steal away a red buff or what have you. Oh, they may just be able to catch them out here. Randy's starting to go in. Are we going to see the bandage toss? Not sure if he has his ulti up, but Ocelot gets caught out of position. There goes the kill. Wicked is going to be caught out here as well. Does manage to get helped out by Janna. But I think he's going down anyway. Yeah, they're chasing in like madmen, and surely he's going to go. Is he going to finish off? Yeah, and it's Barbecue as well. It is Vayne who's picking up these kills. That is big, big news, and we'll see if they take down this turret. Actually, Bebeto is the one that's tanking it right now. But yeah, we've seen quite a lot of Janna ultis in recent games actually here on ESL TV, where that ulti has not been perfectly placed and kind of hurt the team more than it's benefited it, I think.
Yeah, I seem to remember a big one happening at DreamHack as well.
Yeah.
In the semi-finals, I think it was, or something like that. But yeah, these things happen. You sometimes do it. He may have saved someone. Well, I wasn't actually looking at the full hit points there. He may have saved someone from it. But yeah, definitely. I think what he was trying to do is keep Wicked pinned on the wall there, but it just happened. It knocked him away. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Dragons are going to get picked up, and it is working very well now. Wizards turned this one round very well. I think they were 8-4 down. Maybe not 9-3, maybe something like that. I think it was 8-4 at one point, but now they have that inhibitor down. Pick up another dragon there, and I just seen a comment saying, oh my god, they call it red, they call it blue. To be honest, everybody in game calls it red and blue. We know it's lizard buff, we know it's golem buff, but really?
But it's red and it's blue.
It's red, it's a red buff. Everybody knows what that means, so yeah, just just a minor rant there, but but Nif picking up the CS. Look at this, mad CS for Nif there. What's he up to? He's obviously had the call to. No, Wicked's like, no, really, get off my mobs.
What are you doing? That's my farm. Get away.
14 CS now. That's like that classic image you see. It's like, my AD champs away. I can farm quick. They go for it. Anyway, let's have a look at the items instead of discussing that. Anivia now is going to have a lot of AD there. AD. That would be impressive. 461 AP. Has also got a brilliance potion in his bag. He's got that revive as well, or egg, whatever you like to call it. Frozen heart now on Jax, nicely. Really nice build. Quicksilver sash as well, so Jax is pretty much going to be close to unstoppable now. Rani tanks up that top tower. I think he's going to take it down very quickly because Babetta, Barbecue, sorry, I can see him in there. I know he's got Phantom Dance on him as well. Yes, he's picked up another BF, so he's going towards the Infinity Edge. Rani very low on hit points there. They're going to try and dive in on him. Hind manages to jump away. Nice ulti there from Wicked, but he managed to catch him. I think it was a Rani he wanted to catch in there. Hind does manage to get a kill there. Barbecue also switching around. Hind very low on hit points, but he can turn around, take down Ocelot, absolutely destroying there. Wicked also in trouble. Wicked getting picked off, will get taken down. Candy Panda now very low. Arani comes in, takes the tower hit, will get away with it, unbelievably. On a flash mix, them in there, will finish him off, comes around the side, but Better is going to get the slow onto Candy Panda. Hind jumps in, I think he's going to get away with it, will do. And wow, really nicely played. Wizards going to pick this one up. That is going to be 1-0 for sure. It is a best of 3 though, so do not go anywhere. This is going to be an absolutely exciting second match. We know with SK's great start, nice little use of the ward there in case you didn't see it. They're taking the initial shot, so Arani didn't take the first hit there. So clever little tactic there from Arani. But yeah, Wizards picking up the first game. I would not have called that, especially after SK's game.
Yeah, they were impressive against Millennium, we said that, but we thought they were up against possibly a different, a different kind of opponent here in SK. We saw them sail through, get through to the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge yesterday, and just on form alone, that's great. But I think one thing that we really need to point out for Wizards is they've actually had a lot of training recently. They've been playing a lot, and this weekend they've had a LAN, last weekend they had a LAN. So it's really, really great for them that they're getting all this training, not just online, but on LAN as well. So I really think they're a big up-and-coming team, and to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me to see Wizards joining a big organisation soon.
Yeah, definitely, and there's quite a few out there, you know, with some big tournaments, like, obviously we've got our Intel Extreme Masters coming up. Obviously there's going to be Season 2 whenever that comes around, Worldside Big Games, talks of MLG, you know, there is so many tournaments being thrown to thing. I mean, for one, I can think of Dignitas. They used to have a LoL team, but I don't know. You know, OD is his own man, and I wouldn't want to bump beds with OD again. That's happened too many times in the past. Anyway, so yeah, what a great game. We are going to have a best of 3, so second game coming up probably in about half hour's time. I'm not going to say 10 minutes.
Coming soon, TM.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but hopefully the players will, you know, get a bit of a move on. I guess SK are probably going to have 5 to 10 minutes just to talk about what went wrong for them in that game. Wizards probably going to have 5 to 10 minutes to talk about, you know, how they make sure that it doesn't go badly in the second game. But you know, if Wizards pick this one up, I tell you what, that's a brilliant run in this tournament. 2-0 over Millennium, 2-0 over SK. We'll see if they can pull that one off when we come back here in hopefully just a few moments time. That's the plan. Whether it goes to plan, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll stick some music on, and when we're ready to go, we'll be back. So don't go anywhere. It's the second game of SK versus Wizards in just a moment or 10.